Hello friends, today we'll learn how to calculate the Yogini Dasha and Antardasha for a given date of birth. So, according to Brit Prashara Shastra, Yogini Dasha was revealed by Lord Shiva to Goddess Parvati. And the order of Yogini Dasha and their Lord are this, starting from Moon, Sun, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Saturn, Venus and Rahu. And the name of the Yogini is Mangala, Pingala, Dhanya, Brahmari, Bhadrika, Pulka, Siddha and Sankata. This is a cyclic dasha in which Mangala start with 1, then next Pingla is 2 years, Dhanya is 3 years, Brahmari is 4 years, Bhadrika is 5 years, Pulka is 6 years and Siddha is 7 years and Sankata is 8 years. There is a no lordship allotted to Ketu in Yogini MahaDasha sequence. Like Vimshotri Dasha, Yogini Dasha is also Nakshatra based Dasha, and these are the constellations of Moon. The Dasha period of a Benic planet is of 16 years, and of all the malefic planets is of 20 years out of these 36. So, 8 Yoginis, if we divide 27 by 8, we get 3 as the remainder, and so 3 yogini will come 4 times in the list of nakshatra and 3 will repeat 3 times. So this is the sequence and these are the corresponding to nakshatra yogini. If you can remember the table, for Ashwani it is Brahmari, Bharani it is Bhadrika and so on. It is there attached. You can see directly from the nakshatra you can see which Mahadasha it will be running. Now let's learn plus 3 divided by 8. Whatever is the remainder you will get that particular dasha. The reason for adding 3 is the first nakshatra is mapped to 4th yogini. Ashwani nakshatra is mapped Brahmari. That's why we are adding 3. So let's take an example of Srimati Indira Gandhi ji and we'll calculate the dasha. Date of birth as on of records is 19/11/1970 and 23/11/01 IST. Moon was at 5 degree 35 arc minute in Capricorn. So this is 9 sign past 5 degree 35. So you can calculate the nakshatra using traditional method that convert everything into arc minutes and then divide it by, and whatever will be the nakshatra value in fraction, that nakshatra will be running. So if we convert 9 into 30, because one sign is equal to 30 degree and 1 degree is equal to 60 arc minutes. So we are converting like this. 5 degree into 60 is again the arc minute and so we get this. These are the reference. Nakshatra is 20.66875, means 21st nakshatra is running that time at the time of birth. So it is Uttarashada and corresponding to Uttarashada the yogini is Sankata as per the chart here. Uttarashada it is Sankata, but we will calculate it. So yogini is 21, first is in nakshatra plus 3 by 8, it is 24 by 8, so remainder is 0, so we'll use the 8 and 8 number is Sankata. It is means you can, if you can remember the table you can directly use, otherwise this is a simple method to calculate. So now we have to calculate the span remaining. So 1 minus whatever is the fraction value will be the duration of span remaining. So dasha remaining at the time of birth is, since Sankata is of 8 years, so whatever is the dasha will multiply this fraction value by that. So we get 2.65 years. Then 2 years as it is, then 0.65 converted into month. It is 0.65 into 12 is 7.8. Then we'll convert 2 years 7 months, and zero point 0.8 can be converted into days is 2 years 7 months and 24 days. If we add this into the DOB, we will get the end date for Sankata Mahadasha. This is year, this is month, this is days. So if we add days 43, so we know that we have 0 to 30 days for this calculation. 11 plus 7 is 18. It is again greater than 2, so we'll carry it forward. So if we subtract 30, we'll add 1 here because 30 days equal to 1 month. So we added here. So we get 30, then it is 1990. Since year is also greater than 12, so we subtract 12 from it and we get 7, and then we add that year into the year value. So the end date of Sankata is 13/7/1920. So we can subtract 8 years from it, we will get the starting date of this Mahadasha. So Sankata started at 13/7/1912. It is 13th July 1912 it is started and it ended on 13th July 1920. Based on that the duration we can calculate the start and the end date of the dasha. So whatever will be the end date will be the start date of next dasha. So Sankata is of 8 years, so started at 1912 and ended at 1920. Mangala, so we'll add 1 year into it. So the start date will be this and end date will be plus. 1. Similarly, we added 2 for Pingla, 3 for Dhania, and so on. So we did this calculation. And since it is a cyclic one, so for tracing the event, we did the cycling of the event till 1912. You can do this calculation easily. Means just we add the years and we get the. In Yogini, we have only Mahadasha and Antardasha. Like unlike Vimshotri, where we have multiple subdivision Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Sukshma Dasha, then Prana Dasha. So all those classifications are there in Vimshotri. Here we only do the Mahadasha calculation and Antardasha calculation. So let's do the calculation for Antardasha at the time of birth. We know that the starting of the Mahadasha is in 1912 and end is into 1920. The sequence remains same. First Antardasha will be of the Mahadasha, then the sequence will follow Mangla, Pingla, Dhania, Brahmri, Badrika, Ulka, and Siddha. So the formula for Antardasha into Mahadasha is Mahadasha divided by 30 into Mahadasha duration into 360 days. For easier calculation for rounding off, we use 360 days. So Sankata is of 8 years divided by 36. 8 years is the duration and 360 is the days. So we get 640. These cancel out and 8 8 is a 64 and 10 will be there. So we can convert these into years and months. So easy calculation. These are the days and then we divide it by month. So 1 year, 9 months and 5 days. So it's starting of Antardasha. Then we added 5 days, 9 month and 1 year, we get this value. The end of Sankata. Mahadasha of Mangla, we know that Mangla is of 1 year, so we 1 by 36. It is the Mahadasha running, so it is 8, then 360. Similarly, we calculated the and it is 2 months 20 days. So we added, so Antardasha of Mangla ended on this date. Similarly, for Pingla, 2 is the Mahadasha duration of Pingla divided by 36 into the Mahadasha which is running, which is Sankata of 8 years. So we calculated it. So the Pingla ended on this. Dhania, 3 years. Similar calculation, it is for 8 months. So in 1950, Dhania ended on this day. Then Brahmri, 4 years, 10, simple calculation, 10 and 20 days we added. So Brahmri ended on this date. Badrika, Badrika ended on this date. Simple calculation. Ulka, 6 by this, 36, 8 into 360. So it is 1 year, 4 months. So Ulka start date is this, end date is this, 1 year, 4 months. We had the birth date was 1911, 1917. So it is greater than this and less than this. So the birth was in the Ulka Antardasha of Sankata Mahadasha. Thank you.